Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video, and this time the honest review is going to take a different turn, as this time round I'm doing an Amazon product review um, assembly video because I got given one of these to try out. It's a mechanical T-Rex, as 366 pieces. It's basically a 3D puzzle, and it's the first one I've ever done in my life. And this was and it's quite good as well because it's the first Amazon collab video that I ever got to be a part of. And so I thought I'll do this as part of the honest review series, as it'd be better equipped to go over this. There'll be two videos of people on the channel. Obviously, the video now, which will be me reviewing the product by showing you it being assembled, and then I'll show another video at a later date showing the entire time lapse. For some reason I can't say time lapse. For some reason I'm going through one of those weird moments where I just can't say it properly today, so I'm in one of those moments. It took me about 4 hours in total after gathering all the recorded footage, so roughly about that bit, but I would say probably 4 to 5 because some bits were done off screen because many parts had to be done twice, and I only wanted to show the main bits on camera, so I only recorded them bits. And stuff like the second piece of the leg and the arm that you had to do on the other side, I did that off screen. So I want to say just under 5 hours it took me to properly build. And for my first ever 3D one, it was fantastic. Had a bit doubtful because of my big massive hands. As a lot of you don't know, I do strongman, so strongman training, I'm very heavy handed, especially on my feet, but great deal on my hands due to the lot of lifting I've got to do, the stone lifts and everything. So putting this together, I was a bit worried I was going to break them while popping them out of the wood. Even though it wasn't going to happen, I had those moments on the flimsy stuff that I really hope I didn't break this. It gave you tools to use as well to file down the edges to get them in properly, and a hammer to bang them down on certain parts. So it definitely gave you the tools you needed to build this thing. I just wish it gave me more replacement parts just in case any did break. I'm not saying to a normal person they wouldn't break, but for someone as big heavy handed as me, maybe having a few spare parts on the fragile bits would have been more ideal. Because I was really making sure I took my time not to force them out with such aggression. The product that I used for the video, I did go through some mistakes. I did. Yes. Yes, I had some mistakes. I broke a few pieces. Yes. Yeah. But by God, yes. Literally on top of the spine bit when we had the small pieces put in, I did break them. I am showing you on screen that they are very awkwardly placed because I had to use super glue to stick them on. It wasn't until later on when I assembled the legs and the wings that I realised that, well, I put them the wrong way. So that's why it looks like that. But we all make mistakes. I can't undo this mistake, unfortunately, because it's super glued down. But, for future reference, maybe don't break them. Obviously, I had a second product of this. They sent two. And luckily, I gave one to my dad, so he assembled it. Showing you two images on screen. The left is obviously mine, with no wings. And on the right is my dad's with wings. Yes, I did, David. I did break the wings as well on my one. Even though I was told that they were fragile, I still broke them. I literally took them out perfectly and I thought, do these stretch? I guess not. No, they do not. And I thought, maybe there's some spares of the fragile pieces. No, there isn't. And that's what I mean earlier, where they should have had, spares for the fragile bits. Mainly for idiots like me. But even without the wings, I still adore the product because I think it looks better without wings on my one. Because at the end of the day, it's a T-Rex. And I feel like a T-Rex with wings makes it more of a dragon than a T-Rex. It doesn't even... You can say, oh, it's robotic, it's mechanical. Maybe the guns in that, those might be mechanical. But for me personally, I think it looks better without the wings. Because with the wings, I'm looking at a dragon rather than looking at a dinosaur. But that's just my preference. Obviously, my dad's one is definitely the chosen favorite. It was done perfectly, whereas mine is how you would not assemble something compared to how it's properly done. But I gave my overall. I did my best, and I feel like my end result was probably the best. As you can see, it's right there in the bottom of the screen. Yeah, oh yes, it's part of the videos now. It will be in all my videos moving forward. Obviously, following the manual, the step by steps, and how to build the products bits, so you don't get confused. What you don't want to do is take out all the pieces beforehand, because then you get confused later on. Luckily, I did not do that, but I was originally thinking of doing that to make it a lot easier for me for the video. But then I thought, you know what, that's a lot of hassle. I'm just gonna, pop them out as I go and see how well that does. It took a lot longer, but it made it a lot easier. You start with the body, which is the voice box, which basically powers the dinosaur to move. Yes, it does move. It does do noises as well. Pretty much, it's epic. I wasn't expecting it to move smoothly as it did. I really wasn't really expecting it to hold together, especially my one. But at the end of the day, it all came together, so I cannot deny. I'm a master builder now. I'm up there with Emmett. Oh yes, that's right. I'm a master builder. I'm proud of it. Then we move on to the difficult bit, which is the legs. That took me a while to get them together because I had to pull apart some of them at midway and then reassemble them again properly. So I spent longer on the legs. Some pieces I put the wrong way around because I kept looking at the diagram wrong. But eventually I got the legs on. Then I equipped the gun with the hands, and then boom, one side done. Repeat the process for the second side. Probably the most difficult bit was the leg for me. I think the annoying bit was doing the gun, because it's just a lot of pieces being put on there at a time, and the different ones as well, and you get the like, oh god, and then when I did put them all together, I was thinking, I don't have the wings on there because I think it looks lame, but I left the guns on there. I would have been better if the guns weren't on there, because then it would still be a T-Rex. It would still be terrifying. Even the helmet has guns. Even the hat, the face, they put guns on there. It's like a transformer from a Septicon. That's what I'm going with when I'm looking at this. But overall, the product was a great experience. Had a lot of fun doing it, and I really hope I get to do more. I really do, because I think these puzzles are great, and it definitely gave me a new mind space to have something to calmly work on after coming off work, as I'm always stressed. And instead of playing video games, I can just relax and build something. And that's a good pastime. That's quiet. You can put a movie on the background and assemble it, and enjoy yourself. So probably at a 10 rating, I would probably give this an 8.5 out of 10. Only because it could have spare parts. Even though I know Dave is going to watch this thinking, well, Mark, you're an idiot. If you were more gentle, you wouldn't need spare parts. It's true. But I'm saying have an option to buy spare parts. And you're probably thinking, okay, let's do it buying spare parts. But, I would probably buy spare parts on the flimsy stuff, like the wings. Mostly the wings. Because I broke them. Well, I broke one, but it would be stupid having a dinosaur with only one wing. You're like a chicken flying around without a head. It's pointless.